the end, buffering in front. Life is great in the Sunshine State, and those Queenslanders are celebrating.
Queenslandher, 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 Queenslandher.
Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you might be watching this, whatever time it is. We are back for another Queensland preview. Starting to heat up here at the moment. We've got our summer carnival just around the corner. So we've got George Moore Stakes Day here in Brisbane this weekend, and a couple of nice horses rearing their heads, which is always a great time for us. So Shane and Bailey back again for another week, ready to go. I hope I found a winner.
Indeed, Gab. This is sometimes the George Moore Stakes and the Mode Plate get overshadowed by the Country Stampede in the Country Cup. So Saturday is the day that what do they say? The country comes to the city.
Yes, you are correct.
So a couple of cracking races there with all non-TAB form. So let's make sure we just bypass talking about any of those today.
Yes, I think that'll be the case. So Bailey, I'm going to start with you. Hopefully you've got something in store for the punters.
Yeah, thanks, Gabby. Hopefully it doesn't get scratched this week like my one last week did. But anyway, we move on to this week. It's pretty average day betting, like with the country races. But I think I found one in the George Moore Stakes, race 8, number 10, SAMOOT. His last couple of runs down south have been very well, getting beaten 3 lengths to She's a Belter and horses like that. And the heavy track's only just going to help it. I got it mapped and back, and it should be flying down the middle of the Doomben Straight. And I got it marked close, way shorter than what it is. So, yeah, I think race 8, number 10, SAMOOT, yeah, very good chance at the price.
Yeah, I think also, yeah, definitely agree with you. I think she's a great bet coming here to Queensland. She's been racing well. So, Shane, how about you?
Yeah, I've gone across, what race was I, Gab? Race 9?
9. Race
9 was the race I wanted to talk about, the Mo Stakes. I think Chinny Boom is a risk at the price. Obviously has one on a slow, hasn't seen a heavy. Now, obviously, we got a lot of rain in Brisbane on Thursday. Overcast conditions there as we record just before midday. So chance of more rain. And it's just not going to be suited, I don't think. If it does lead from gate 1, I think there'll be enough pressure here to soften her up a little bit. She's probably going to have to go to another level to win, particularly when we've got a horse like Exo Lady, who I can't believe is 850 in this field. She looks like completely pitched in here at set weight. She's got she should be giving these horses weight for sure. I think we spoke about her, Gab, when she resumed at Eagle Farm, and she was like $9 or $10 and ended up starting $5 and just going under. I thought she ran well in Melbourne. From gate 12, it's pretty straightforward. I think the map, she just goes outside and goes to sit outside the leader, which I anticipate will be Chinny Boom. They'll run along at a strong tempo. She won't be sort of letting Chinny Boom out sprint her. She'll be trying to out muscle it, I'd suggest. Now, if they do put a bit of speed on there and they are a bit soft late, there's a couple of other things I should say. A couple of other horses, Gab, that I think are at big prices, which you could entertain some sort of small bet at the price. Sunshine in Paris was really good on the clock at Canberra. Now, not often you'd sort of look for that Canberra form going into a listed race here, but on the clock it was good and handled the soft track that day, Sunshine in Paris. I think it's a chance, but I also thought Sarweedy at 31s was a big price of a horse that can run on off a good tempo on a heavy track. She's a heavy track winner. The other horse I thought could run on as well was Ekaterina. With a better map and a softer running transit. But I think as you're looking at them now, I think Exo Lady holds the key, and I think it's a great bet. And if you're inclined to bet each way, I think race 9, number 1, Exo Lady each way is the bet this week.
Yeah, I agree. I think she is a great. I mean, I'm always on her. I think she's a lovely horse, and she's definitely come back a lot bigger and stronger. So I'll be having that bet as well. But for me, I'm probably going to go to race 6, number 2, which is Northern Express. He was a really convincing winner at Doomben last start. He finds a sort of more depth in this 3-year-old race with Spiritualize returning and Johnny Rocker, who I think on a dry ground I'd be on Johnny Rocker because I think he was just so good, strong, and just wanting that extra 200 metres. But for the 950 in Northern Express, he's 2 from 2 on the heavy. He loves the track, loves the distance. And I think a great value bet at 950 there. Also with him, like Spiritualize and Johnny Rocker might just go too hard and he might just be able to sit in behind them. And sort of if they go head to head, I think, I think it puts him in a good position as well.
Indeed, I've got a little bit of PTSD looking at that field. I see lubrication making the field with Brodie Loy going on after being completely moral beat last start. Plenty of good races there, Gab. There's a bit of depth in some of those races that we mentioned, and some decent prices around some horses that we spoke about too. So, although with no idea what the actual field will sort of look like come scratching time with this weather, so you'll have to keep us updated on the tweet or something with the weather reports.
I'll keep an eye on the weather. But anyway, that'll be us. But yeah, no, an exciting time, and hopefully we start to fire up a bit and give the punters what they want. But thanks everyone for tuning in.